Hello, VC. So, I will address you first, Axel. I know that you watch, and you had asked me if I would talk a little bit about the book Krautrock Sampler by Julian Cope, and I will. But first thing I want to do is let people know that I'm going to leave the link for you if you want to pre-order the Way Stasis cassette that is being released, or rather released by In Fact Recordings Connecticut Records out of Greece. There's two versions. This, the limited edition box set, which comes with a CD and buttons and postcards of my artwork inside. And then there's the regular cassette version. There's only 66 of these and only 33 of these for sale. I'll put the link below the video. I have a feeling these are going to go fast, so there seems to be a lot of interest, so get them. Awesome. The other thing I'd like to share is I want to thank Savas Georgiadis. I know, again, I understand that you watch my videos pretty regular. Savas, you honor me beyond words by doing this. I know it's because you like my music, which is fantastic, you know. And that's just, again, it just makes my life so much. That's what we live for as artists. I'll say a we, that someone actually digs what you do. This is what I like. I'm not into butt kissing. People that just want to, because I've been dealing with it most of my adult life, being in the public eye. You come across people that are genuine, and you come across people who are smarmy, and it's like they're doting upon you, and their interest in you is really self-serving. It's not about you, it's about them. And I really sense that pretty strongly in people anymore. So this is the kind of compliment that means something to me, not people fawning over me in a fake way. I'm putting that out because it's happening more. I was out all weekend, and seriously, even this is just a little bitty magazine, it seems like everyone's seen it. And the way that some people act it's like I just see right through it. I see right through it. I'm still Dereck. Always will be. Okay. So years ago, I do not remember who, but someone in the VC actually gave me this book. It's a third edition, not a first. The first edition is extremely expensive to buy, but even this third edition will probably cost you over $100. Julian Cope wrote this book as a it's really him just going on about how important the discovery of German space rock was in his life. And this is by no means the title is also needs to be talked about, because I know that many Germans consider the term krautrock offensive, like the word nigger. And the word krautrock came from the German band Faust's album Faust 4, where they were basically sticking a stick in the side of Germany by calling a song krautrock. I have never referred to German music as krautrock. I've always called it cosmic music and the finest German space rock. When I first started discovering German bands, the German bands that imitated American bands and were heavy on the blues really bored the absolute fuck out of me. When the bands that jammed the blues would lose the blues and start going into space or something, then that's where things became interesting to me. So this book, Julian runs down what he thinks, are the best German space rock albums. I agree with him. He missed some, and the reason why he missed some is because this book is based on his personal collection, and like all of us, none of us has everything. So there's several records that he's never owned that aren't in here that, if I wrote the book, they'd be in here. But that's for you, Axel, okay? And again, this is that's the cover of Amandol's Yeti on the front. Nothing to be offended about here. And do I recommend this for resource? Absolutely. Is it a fun read? Yes, especially if you understand Julian Cope's personality. Julian Cope is completely over the top. You know, I know he sees himself in the same light as an Iggy Pop or one of the true iconoclasts of rock. I think Julian Cope is great, but there's a part of him that I don't want to do a but. I'll leave it at that. I've seen what Julian Cope does, and there's a certain part of him that this is what you can do, Julian Cope. You're not an Iggy Pop. I guess that's what I'd say. Okay, there's only one Iggy Pop. Only one. Okay, I'll go a little bit further because I've been playing a lot of records. Part of my process when I put in an order for an album, the waiting process kicks in. Generally, I don't write too much at that time, and I'm marking time until waiting for the test pressing. So consequently, I've been listening to a lot of music, not playing a lot, not writing a whole lot. I just finished up a piece of sound work for Strange Attractors, this band I'm in. I don't know if they're going to use it on the CD or not. I'll find out today. But other than that, I've been playing a lot of records, and so I will tell you this, that I absolutely adore Orenda Fink's new album, Blue Dream. I love this album. I've listened to it many times now. I love it. Also, I'll throw some light on Dave Splash's podcast, The Dark Stuff. Orenda's his guest this week, and that podcast goes up today, Monday, so check that out on The Dark Stuff. Also, before I forget, I think Teddy's new name on the YouTube is I Eat Vinyl, but Teddy is a VC member who went away for a while and is back. The VC has had drama at times for, because we're human. And I'm really glad that Teddy is back. And you gotta check this guy out because he really is a musical scholar. And he'll tell you about music that I can't tell you about because I don't listen to it, okay? And he knows it intimately. I just watched his second update on his new channel, and it's mind-blowing, the depth of knowledge that Teddy gives when he speaks. So you want to check him out. I'm going to look his channel up and put the link below. Teddy. There's some folks that you definitely can learn from, you know what I mean? And I'd like to say very nakedly that I have grown since being here in the VC. You can watch my videos and go back. I've only deleted a few. You can go back and see evidence of growth, maturity in me as a person when it comes to things like my opinion and how I treat people. Always growing. No point in being static, okay? Some of the records I listened to last night, and I had a wonderful listening session. If you were with me on Facebook last night, you've seen these records. Jamaluddin Takuma, Showstopper, 1983. Okay, so we do have that 80s sound as far as the mixing, but Jamaluddin's bass playing is out of sight. And we all know about slap bassing. Slap bass, that Larry Graham of Sly and the Family Stone pretty much pioneered. Well, Jamaluddin snaps this bass, okay? Let me go ahead and coin a new term, snap bass. Let me just go straight. This motherfucker can snap some motherfucking bass. I have definitely learned a lot from listening to Jamaluddin Takuma and attempting to approximate some of his technique because it's so mind-blowing. Eclection, 1968, Elektra Records. Excellent, kind of a Baroque rock sound. This band, which includes people that went on to Fairport Convention and Family and other bands, not too far from what Renaissance started out as. I dare say I like this album better than the first Renaissance album, though. This is excellent. Eclection. Hadn't played this in a long time. News from Babel Letters Home. This is a project involving Canterbury musicians. Lindsay Cooper, Chris Cutler, Robert Wyatt, Dagmar Krause, Phil Minton. This is fantastic. And this is what I call deep listening music. It is beyond a genre because it takes in many and then it completely steps outside of genre and just seeks to express. Well, I think I got that down because that's what I'm looking for in music. I'm not looking for genres. I'm looking for expression that can be found in any genre that just does something to me. It doesn't even have to touch my soul. It just has to just do something, that piques my interest. And that can happen on so many different levels. That's why I've said in the past, and I'll say it again here, for me, what they call shoegaze is soul music. I hear all kinds of soul, and the best Slowdive is one example, but the best shoegaze bands have soul. This is Gentle Giant before they were Gentle Giant. Simon Dupree and the Big Sound, Without Reservations. On Tower Records, they were a soul band. They were a white soul band that that could really play. And actually, now that I've said it, when you listen to Gentle Giant now, it's there. You'll hear it. Soul, old soul horn band. It's all through Gentle Giant's music. Getting to know y'all, the Baden Free Jazz Orchestra. When I play this, I think of Anders in Sweden. I think you finally found a copy of this. This is a meeting of some of the finest European improvisers of the time with the Art Ensemble of Chicago. This, I think, is an incredibly excellent album. Excellent. And it shows both sides. On side B, it's like the first track is definitely the Chicago school, then the second track is definitely the European school, and they're both incredible listens. I mean, really intense. Really excellent. John Coltrane 68 recently found a copy of this and showed it. Electronic Art Ensemble Inquietude. As a result, I've gone back and listened to it. I haven't played this in quite a while. This is magnificent, and it is the kind of record that it just hits you right away, and it can put you off. You'll think, what the hell is this? But if you stay with it, this is amazing. This went right over people's heads when this came out. This is 1982 on Gramavision, Electronic Art Ensemble. Highly recommended, especially after listening last night. I just kept going, oh my God, listen to this. Listen to that idea. Listen to what they just did. Wow. Fantastic. One that I found a few years ago raiding a Brazilian section of a record store I don't go to often. George Clark Mergulho. Not sure I'm saying it right. This is an independent pressed Brazilian jazz album. It's not exceptional, but it's nice. It's very nice. Very, very nice. I don't know the names on this album. I just know that this... Is my stuff on? Nice. Pleasant, not fiery. Just good music. Mergulho. It's nice. It's nice to listen to. Nice. Listening to some wonderful electronic music. I love my electronics. Delarid Chameleon Family, led by Cyril de Verdot from France. He had a band called Clearlight. I think I got some Clearlight sitting out. If you like gong, you like electronics, bubbly synthesizers, this is the shit. I had another Clearlight out. Let me see if I can put some of this together now. Turn this down now a little bit. When it comes in, it comes up. I'm going to keep going here. Colin Shepley Galaxy, Time, Space, and the Blues. In the vein of a Maynard Ferguson, Don Ellis, Gil Evans, kind of a big band arrangement sort of thing. This is really good. and I don't mind the bluesiness of it. Zenigiva, heavy Japanese band. Kind of sludge noise, heavy guitar sound, and I like this album. Naiha, enjoyed this last night. Played a bunch of Gentle Giant yesterday. I'm going to go on record and say, and this is said with love to someone whose name I won't mention, but detractors of Gentle Giant, and there are a few, get a life, because it's just an old attitude. Gentle Giant are one of the finest bands ever. They're just badass. They are. You know, you don't have to like them, but please acknowledge how absolutely excellent and killer this band Gentle Giant was. This is a compilation, Giant Steps. Another compilation, Pretentious for the Sake of It. And I played this all the way through. Power and the Glory. Love this album on a Sunday. Can't say exactly why. After watching Teddy's video, he talked about finding a Bill Dixon album which I had never heard or seen. I had to pull the one Bill Dixon I have, Archie Shepp, Bill Dixon Peace. Thankfully, I bought this through John Coltrane 68 a while back. This is magnificent. Bill Dixon is a major player. Matter of fact, listening to it yesterday, Archie lets Bill take the first solo on the first track, and Bill kills it. So when Archie Shepp comes in, I can just hear it. It's like, okay, now I gotta follow that, and he rises. Archie Shepp, that's why he is a legend. He rises to the occasion, but you can hear it. It's like, shit, Dixon didn't put me on notice. Fantastic. Bjorn Jason Lind, I believe he's from Sweden, just passed away last December. Flautist, arranger, writer. This is Ramadan. Anything by Jason Lind that you can find, if you like jazz rock, whatever you want to call it, fantastic. And then, because okay, here's another Clearlight album by Cyril Verdot from France, Visions, another excellent one. Members of Gong on here. But then when I grabbed this, the other Clearlight came out, which is the band from California. 1967 or 8 is when this came out. Definite psychedelic rock. Mr. Blue from this album was ahead of the times. Clearlight. Some of the band members went on to other bands. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. One of these guys became an actor. I don't follow the movies. So I did a trade. I took some records and traded them, including that one Genesis album that I ended up having 3 copies of. And I got one album in return, which I've been wanting. A reissue of Kaleidoscope's Tangerine Dream. Been wanting this album forever. It's one of the finest English rock albums not made by the Beatles or the Kinks. This is incredibly excellent. The singles off this album, when you hear them, it's like, that should have been a huge hit. Okay, because the longer the video is, the longer it takes to upload, and I like to watch back my videos, and also because my computer is so old, I can't multitask while it's uploading, and so I have to wait. I have things to do, so I'm going to stop here. Reminder. 2 reminders. Pre-orders are going up. My Indiegogo fundraiser is at that point where it's almost at a standstill. I know that more of you folks can afford to make a contribution. Please help me keep going. Please, $5-10 or pre-order the album. It's going to be worth it. And I can already tell you now, I've only made 250 copies of my new album. I have 70 pre-orders already. It's going to sell out, so get it. It's worth it. It is.